Human Y chromosome haplogroup J1M267 is a common male lineage in West Asia, one high-frequency region encompassing the Arabian Peninsula, southern Mesopotamia, and the southern Levant. Resides 2,000 kilometers away from the other one, found in the Caucasus, the region between them, although has a lower frequency, nevertheless demonstrates high genetic diversity. Studies associate this haplogroup with the spread of farming from the Fertile Crescent to Europe, the spread of mobile pastoralism in the desert regions of the Arabian Peninsula, the history of the Jews, and the spread of Islam. Here we study past human male demography in West Asia with 172 high-coverage whole Y chromosome sequences and 889 genotype samples of haplogroup J1, M267. We show that this haplogroup evolved 20,000 years ago somewhere in northwestern Iran, the Caucasus, the Armenian highland, and northern Mesopotamia. The major branch, J1A1A1-P58, evolved during the early Holocene, 95,000 years ago, somewhere in the Arabian Peninsula, the Levant, and southern Mesopotamia. Haplogroup J1M267 expanded during the Chalcolithic, the Bronze Age, and the Iron Age, most probably the spread of Afro-Asiatic languages, the spread of mobile pastoralism in the arid zones, or both of these events together explain the distribution of haplogroup J1M267 we see today in the southern regions of West Asia. Let's see. After introduction, this is from www.nature.com. After the major exodus from Africa, anatomically modern humans started their journey of colonizing Eurasia from West Asia. Later, this region harbored initial developments of other breakthroughs of the human past: the Neolithic demographic transition, the origin of the first city-states and civilizations, writing, the use of metal making, and the emergence of Judaism. Christianity and Islam are the most prominent ones. Y chromosome haplogroup J, M304, represents the major male lineage in West Asia today. Okay, some of the stuff I'm not going to read, only because it's technical. Let's see what else is interesting here. The distribution of haplogroup J1M267 is remarkable. It has two high-frequency regions, one in the northeast Caucasus and another in the Arabian Peninsula, southern Mesopotamia, and the southern Levant. The region between them has a lower frequency but high genetic diversity. A unique SNP marker known as P58 defines the major branch, which according to different classifications is named J1C3, J1E, J1B, or J1A2A1A2. This branch is prevalent in the Arabian Peninsula, southern Iraq, and the Levant. Those are all areas that, interestingly enough, Abraham is supposed to have traveled. Show some maps here. Haplogroup J1M267 probably evolved in the region encompassing northeastern Syria, southeastern Turkey, or northwestern Iran, 9 to 24,000 years ago. The oldest human autosomal DNA reported so far belonging to this haplogroup originates from an individual who lived 13.3 thousand years ago in the Caucasus during the late Upper Paleolithic. Previous studies have linked different past environmental, demographic, and cultural events to the current distribution of this haplogroup. However, they suffer from limited phylogenetic resolution and sampling and dating based on short tandem repeats, STR, without proper reconstruction of phylogeny. It is problematic to address questions regarding the spatial and temporal aspects of the haplogroup while whole viral chromosome sequencing studies have profoundly extended our understanding of this highly informative genetic locus. Each study includes only a limited number of haplogroup J1M267 complete high coverage sequences, if any at all. Okay. Blah, 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 going down. A lot of technical stuff. Showing where it's found. Showing where it's found. Showing where it's found. Age estimates. Let's see. It's a lot of technical stuff that but here's this area. This is the area of origin for this particular haplogroup. This is the haplogroup that many Arabs and many Jews have. Many Arab or Jewish males have. Let's see more maps. Interesting. Haplogroup J1M2 haplogroup J1M267 occurs frequently in North and East Africa. Unfortunately, our North African collection includes only specimens from Egypt, where the demographic history of haplogroup J267 in general follows the pattern found in the Levant and the Arabian Peninsula. The only difference is that we haven't found deeply diverging J1A1A P58 lineages in Egypt. In central and western regions of North Africa, haplogroup J1M267 may have a different history. Studies with STR haplogroups, haplotypes. Some of them also with combined SNP markers have reported different lineages of haplogroup J1M267 in East Africa, more specifically in Ethiopia, Sudan, and Somalia. Here we found at least 3 distinct lineages there. One of them likely belongs to a rare form of J1A1A P58 branch, J1A1A2 ZS4393 found among the Yemenis. The other 2 lineages belong to haplogroup J1A1A P58. One of them belongs to the widespread, and I'm not about to read all these J's, L or J1, not about to read all that, L853 branch. The other is rare, found only in Omanis, Yemenis, Kuwaitis, and Ethiopians, indicating a possible source. These lineages correspond to one or more migration episodes from West Asia to Ethiopia. Additional data may answer the question about the number of successful dispersals from West Asia to East Africa. They show that it occurs also in Europe, low frequency. You might see the resolution go in and out. Hi, here's where we get to something very interesting. The Cohen-specific lineage of haplogroup J1N267 was first described as a Cohen. Cohens are the Jewish priests, Jews who claim to be descended from Aaron, the brother of Moses. So, the Cohen-specific lineage of haplogroup J1M267 was first described as a Cohen-specific STR haplogroup called the Cohen model haplotype. It was rejected at first and then confirmed by an extended STR repertoire. This later study reports that 46.1% of all Cohens fall within this lineage. Subsequently, a Cohen-specific branch was also found in the phylogenetic tree of haplogroup J1M267. Here we confirm this Cohen-specific branch in haplogroup J1M267 as, I'm not going to read all that, but B877. A supplementary figure 2, supplementary figure, that's 1. All Jewish lineages of haplogroup J2M67 fall into the J1A1A1 P58 branch, which suggests their origin ultimately in the Levant. It is surprising to find 2 Jewish or close to Jewish J1A1A1 P58 lineages in the ancient Roman samples. This 1.5 to 2.0 thousand years ago. This tells us about the migration of the Jewish people, at least of the bearers of J1A1 P58 chromosomes, who traveled from the Levant to Europe via Italy, consistent with an earlier research.